winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome back to Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Here's what's going on in your neighborhood. Driving with Uber, police body cameras, Bell Labs legacy, wrestling superstar, and 1 million minutes. Officials in a Middlesex County town aren't sure what to do with the resident's request to operate as an Uber driver out of a Sayreville home. Uber is a transportation network that connects passengers with private drivers via a smartphone app. But there is a vacuum in regulation surrounding companies like Uber, leaving municipalities to determine on a town-by-town basis how to best address the issue. But the state legislature has taken notice of this uncharted territory. A proposed bill would impose new insurance requirements on Uber, forcing the company to provide commercial insurance coverage for drivers even if they don't have a customer on board. As of right now, drivers must be covered by their personal insurance policy when they aren't picking up a fare. However, Uber representatives said the bill would stifle business activities as there would be an increase in insurance costs. More than 7,500 drivers in New Jersey use the service as a source of income. For more on this ongoing issue, see this week's editions of The Sentinel. New Jersey is getting ready to say yes to a WWE superstar. Here's Taylor Lear on an upcoming visit from Daniel Bryan.
Hundreds of wrestling fans will throw their arms in the air for the popular Yes chant as a WWE superstar comes to New Jersey this month. Daniel Bryan will make an appearance in an upcoming meet and greet at I Play America in Freehold Township on June 28th. This is not the 34-year-old wrestler's first time in New Jersey, having wrestled here during WrestleMania 29 at MetLife Stadium in 2013. Throughout his wrestling career, Bryan has learned that wrestling is like painting, and said like a painter, a wrestler never stops learning and perfects his craft. Having relinquished his Intercontinental Championship title weeks ago because of an injury sustained during a match, Bryan said his career goal is getting healthy again. For tickets to the meet and greet, visit iPlayAmerica.com, and to read more about Daniel Bryan's wrestling career, see your local Greater Media newspaper.
How many minutes can a group of elementary school students read outside of the classroom in approximately 8 months? Jennifer Mata has the answer.
The hallways, cafeteria, and gymnasium at Parsons Elementary School in North Brunswick were filled with sounds of excitement and happiness last week as students celebrated reading 1 million minutes since the beginning of the school year. To mark the accomplishment, the top readers put sticky notes that had messages about reading onto Principal Jonathan Pons and 3 other teachers. The theme next year will be Reading Takes Us Out of This World, with a goal of 1,400,000 minutes for the more than 800 kindergarten through 5th grade students at the school. To read more about the story, see the North and South Brunswick Sentinel.
And here are the headlines you need to know. The former attorney of a healthcare company in Ocean County has admitted to stealing more than $2.6 million from his employer. Matthew Nugent-Boren of Manalapan pleaded guilty last Friday to wire fraud and filing a false tax return. It was reported that he used this money to fuel a gambling addiction. 2 high school sophomores contributed to a project that will assist the New Jersey State Police in disabling suspected bombs. Dan Rakhayuk and Vince Pelicane, both students with the Middlesex County Votech School District, created parts for 2 robotic bomb disposal platforms. This tool is used to place explosives next to an item that must be detonated. Once a hub for innovation and research, the former Bell Labs building in Holmdel has been nominated for designation as a historical landmark. The almost 500-acre campus includes an iconic 2 million square foot building. An annual run will be held this Sunday to celebrate the process of organ and tissue donation. The New Jersey Sharing Network hosts the Celebration of Life 5K in New Providence. Local residents such as Maureen Bachnack of Kendall Park will be participating. Bachnack joined the cause because 4 of her family members were donors. For more on how you can contribute, see your Greater Media newspaper today. And here's Tim Morse with an update on the local sports scene.
Having won 3 consecutive Shore Conference Tournament championships, the Rumson Fairhaven High School girls lacrosse team has become the conference's dominant program. This year, the Bulldogs extended their domain by capturing the NJSIAA South Jersey Group 2 Championship. It was the first state sectional title since 2011, and they did it at the expense of the conference rival Red Bank Catholic in the final. Lacrosse may be a high-scoring game, but it still takes defense to win. The Bulldogs in white played suffocating defense against RBC, leaving the Casey players with nowhere to go. The pressure led to turnovers and scoring opportunities in transition. Winning the draw is very important in lacrosse, and Morgan Steinhacker is a master at it. The Bulldogs will turn this possession into an eventual goal. After running the Casey defense ragged with their crisp passing and constant motion, all of this action will eventually leave Jillian Sweetheart open near the net, and she will capitalize off of her teammates' passing with this goal. Lacrosse is oftentimes compared to basketball by the way teams run plays, the movement without the ball, the passing, and picks and screens that are set to get players open. Rumson runs this play to perfection, leading to a Steinhacker goal in the 14-5 triumph. This is Tim Morris for Greater Media Newspapers.
New Jersey was the first in the nation to enact a law requiring sprinklers in all dormitories and boarding schools. Kathy Chain has the touching story behind the legislation.
Alvaro Llanos and Sean Simons were freshmen during the fatal Seton Hall University dormitory fire in January 2000. They shared their harrowing story of survival to the senior class at Old Bridge High School on May 26. They showed a moving 53-minute documentary, which included graphic photos of Alvaro and Sean as they lay on hospital gurneys fighting for their lives, as well as the roller coaster of emotions of their family members initially learning what had happened to their loved ones. Alvaro suffered burns on more than 58% of his body, and Sean suffered burns on more than 16% of his body. Both men faced near death due to smoke inhalation and the burns. Remnants of their burns are still visible today. However, thanks to the team of doctors, nurses, and staff at the St. Barnabas Burn Unit in Livingston, the only issues they have today are sensitivity to the sun because of the many skin grafts they received. Sean said in no way are they experts in fire safety. However, he said they have learned so much of what they should have or could have done over the years, whether it is to look for the closest exit signs or heed a fire alarm under any circumstance. The Seton Hall dormitory fire is considered the deadliest college fires in recent history, where 3 freshman students died and 58 other students, including Alvaro and Sean, were injured. For more information, visit gmnews.com.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see your Greater Media newspaper today. Keep up with the latest headlines by liking us on Facebook at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News or by following us on Twitter at GMedia News. I'm Susie Shea. See you next time.